season begins with an NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go on EA Sports. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Play fake. Winston. Rolling to his right. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, it's one thing to complete the first pass of the year, but to complete your first deep ball, oh, that's got to feel great for him right now because he's worked on that the entire offseason as well. But to see it downfield, your guy catching it, you know it feels great.
Uncork the arm a little bit, get the cobwebs dusted off. Now he's ready to roll. Forced out to his left.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Probably that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And the receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So he's got to learn to turn the ball first.
So don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Eric Wilson charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Hey, as the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake, Winston. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I see what they were trying to do. They were trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
Jameis to throw it.
He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
A first down throw for Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, Kamara. Able to slither by, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Winston. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw once more on second and 10. Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Graham.
Well, then take a very long investigation and figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. First and 10. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. He'll look to throw. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they've got it just 2 yards away from the end zone. They'll have it first and goal here from the 2-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10. They'll set up a throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson.
Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Looking to throw.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
And that hits the crossbar and comes back no good. And by just a couple of inches, this remains a scoreless game. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Steps away to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20. Not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. And he's got some space here. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
51 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Ready.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Here we go. The Falcons on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Now Landry. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Play action now, Winston. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A.J. Epinesa, the one credited for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This is a half for not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Jameis now on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I ask you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Patterson running between the tackles, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have the Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
First and 10, it's Patterson.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Following the interception, Winston finding Taysom Hill complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. Quick slant. That's caught by the 5'11 Landry.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Winston now from the 50. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. After the sack on 1st down, Winston. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Play fake. Winston. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. Another try after the 1st down sack. Winston, and going deep for Hill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
The defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Final play of the half here. Winston on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Bird to return from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good. About 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking there for points, but intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Winston sneaking it, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Will Lutz on for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 25-yard line. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, Let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one. I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. On play action, Winston. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Taking it right down Broadway. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We've got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. He'll look to throw. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Watch out now, 50 series.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, 53 yards.
And the Saints have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll drop to throw, and he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They really struggled in the first half, but they've made some adjustments looking better in the second half. But sometimes do we overanalyze? Is it always adjustment? And now here is another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game.
8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with...
And my goodness, another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. play action. Winston. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Saints are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Lutz with the extra point, and they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. Looking to throw. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He finds his man, complete. That's Patterson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Anthony Ferkser from 3 yards out. And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Following the touchdown, here's Crew to kick off.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
That takeaway partner right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. That's taken in by Ferkser. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete pass.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Justin Evans. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you're giving up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Off the play fake, Winston. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game with the fourth.
You talk about is taking care of the football, especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 33. And that gives them now 3 interceptions in the game.
Someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When's the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then against the...
And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. They're looking to throw this. Winston. And going deep for Hill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. And some room to work. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Bird will not bring this out, and the drive will begin at the 25.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Patterson. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go now. Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game.